What's up, Internet world? Matthew here for Brain Droppings number 7. Today is Sunday, December 25th, 2016. It is Christmas to some, Yule to others, Hanukkah to others, and Saturnalia to a few obscure people out there. So I want to wish blessings to everybody on their relevant holiday. I am in the lovely Sunken Meadow State Park and Preserve. Got the little estuary behind me. Try to slow that down. And the beautiful Long Island Sound right back there. So I'm feeling good. Last night was rather interesting. My ex-wife, well actually her boyfriend, had texted me that they were taking our daughter to the emergency room. She woke up from a nap with a high fever and big puffy swollen eyes, which is baffling because I had her in the morning and she was fine. So of course I rush over there, and the staff at Southside Hospital were wonderful. In a few hours we were out. We were discharged. She was fine. Her fever came down. Doctors did blood and urine tests. No idea what it was, so we'll keep an eye on that. I want to thank everybody who wished her well. But, it's interesting because there's a moment during the intake. I had just gotten there and they were finishing up the intake, and the nurse asked what her religion was. It's like the last question, I guess, on the list. And my ex and I kind of looked at each other. I mean, she's pagan, she's a witch, and I know people say that about their exes all the time, but I mean, she's literally a witch. It's okay. And me, I'm not. So I just spouted omniist. It's just something I've seen this meme around saying that omnism is a belief that you could find the right answer in all religions or something like that. Not that all religions are right, but and I thought that was the closest to what I've come to believe in life. I mentioned before about how the Hindus see God as, all their many, many deities are actually just little snippets, little cross sections of the great Brahman. The fullness of divinity can never really be understood by such tiny creatures like us and our little minds. So we see God how we can. And I was raised in a faith where that was very frowned upon, such an idea. This is the right faith and this is how it has to be, and everybody else is wrong, and the only way to show you that you love your neighbor is to help them know the truth. So I don't think that way anymore, obviously, because the way I see it, I guess, is a little closer to Hinduism in that respect. But you ever see those sculptures where it's like a whole bunch of different pieces of metal or whatever, and then if you stand at the right spot, all of a sudden this image comes through? Somebody did one with like floating pieces of what looked like debris. It looked like nothing. Then all of a sudden you stand there and boom, there's this image of this like face. Somebody else did a sculpture, I think it was a memorial in DC, where at certain times of the day, the steel of the United States would shine through these like big stone slabs that had like panes of glass in them. And it was really, really beautiful. And I guess that's how I see things more. Now, why am I talking about this? Because a lot of people get a little touchy around this time of year as far as, what do you say, Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or Happy Kwanzaa or Happy Hanukkah or whatever. That's part of it. The other part of it is because I caught myself recently withdrawing. Now, when I started this page, when I started this channel, in my first Brain Droppings vlog, I said, I'm going to hold myself accountable and hope everyone else holds me accountable too. Well, my friends have been wonderful in that. A few of them have caught me, inadvertently, but have caught me kind of withdrawing. I guess where it really started was, as I've mentioned before, I was looking into this network marketing company. I have partnered up. I'm looking forward to the rest of this journey. I expect to be making money, but more importantly, I expect to be helping people. This company has a weight loss program that is centered around education, science-based supplementation, coaching, journaling, It's a wonderful program. People actually lose weight and keep it off because it helps people change how they think about themselves, their life, their food, and how they reorganize all of that. So it's not like some programs that I probably can't say the names, rhymes with bleep blotchers, and they get people in and make them come to meetings and pay and buy snacks in perpetuity. And that's not how this works. When I was in the health and fitness field, I would work people out on my reformer. I would give someone a great massage, and I knew they'd be back next week because they didn't really change their lives. With this, I know I can actually help people change their whole lives, which is all that I'm about. And at some point, there was a light bulb that finally went off and said, wait, I have this brand about mental health and personal development. Why don't I bring physical fitness into this? I have a physical fitness background. Now I have this coaching that I can bring into this. Oh my God. In reality, the problem was I couldn't see the forest for the trees. I couldn't see deeper because I was just focused on my mental health. It was like right in front of my face. But now I think I'm going to restructure this brand. No, I will be restructuring this brand to be mind, body, and soul connection. All right? I hope everybody sticks around for that transition. But more importantly, what triggered me to really look at how I was dealing, the fact that my dysthymia was getting a little bit worse, that I was starting to withdraw, is that I was feeling anxiety about going out and not so much talking to people. I mean, I talk to people about the brand, about the company, about the products, about the program all the time. But I was just feeling just basic anxiety just hanging over me. And my friend and mentor, the guy who helped me get into the company, David, and my friend Lauren, we were talking, and both at different times, and it really came down to the fact that I was starting to feel desperate, like I had to just reach out and talk to every single person, figure out what to do, and make some sales and get some. I had to slow down. I had to think a little more strategically. I had to I want to help people, I want to make some money, but I really had to focus on the big picture. It's kind of the way I see God and life. This beautiful array of ideas and expressions, and if you get too hung up on one thing, one aspect of it, you're never going to see the whole image shine through. This light just pour through in life itself. And when you step into that, get into that flow state, connections happen, money happens, success, blessings, and you increase your gratitude, and then more blessings and more success and more connections happen. So I want to thank David, I want to thank Lauren, I want to thank my friend Alex too, because you know what? Even just talking around this with her, I hadn't seen my friend in a while, and we were talking, and she's like, Matt, just come out. Just come out. We got to hang out again, we got to meet. You come out. My boyfriend's band's playing. You just meet people. Just get out. And it's funny, because Lauren and David said the same thing. David talking about business, about networking, about connections. Lauren talking about, you're not going to find anybody if your head is in your website trying to, get out there and reach people and make a message. Why don't you just go out and go out and live? Ironically enough, I came out here today because I wanted to be alone on Christmas after doing the presents and stuff in the morning. There's just so many people coming around today. It's kind of nice to see that so many other people appreciate nature. I mean, this is my therapy. I get my dysthymic swings, and I come out here. I don't care what the temperature is, what the weather is. I make the most out of it. And it's through that living that the most comes. I feel blessed. I'm grateful. Last night in the hospital, we were there for 4.5 hours. It was frightening at first, and then she gets better, and we're feeling grateful for that. Again, grateful to the staff at Southside Hospital. But we all realized we got to spend Christmas Eve together. We took a very nice family photo, our messed up family photo, and we realized we got to spend Christmas Eve together. That was not part of the plan, but who we are, me and Lauren and Tim and our daughter, we just made the most out of it. And I think when you really just appreciate life in its broad spectrum. You don't get hung up on, the war on Christmas. You don't get hung up on, what the right greeting is. You focus on where the beauty is. You focus on this beautiful picture that just unfolds in front of you, made out of all these tiny little components that just float together and create a composite image of this big smiling God. Well, that's how I see things. How do you see things? What does the holiday season mean to you? What do you take out of all of it? I like to have some questions and comments and things down below. And again, keep checking back to this channel. I will be restructuring the brand. It'll be a mind, body, lifestyle connection. So I'll have a bigger pool of people to interview. You won't have to deal with me yakking all the time. Again, thanks to my friends, my family, gratitude and blessings. Mwah. Love you all. Talk to you later.